This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Navy Midshipmen and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. From deep, it's Garcia. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Second and long here. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
The Owls come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Plows his way ahead. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Could be an alley. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Back open in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Rush is on, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option two, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Quick give. Inside the 45. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. After the whistle, there is a man who has yet to leave the field, and they'll check on him. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On the run, it's Bryant. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Punt is on its way. Trying to take it back. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense, they need to gang tackle him because he is a problem.
This quarterback part of their running game. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Gets rid of it.
And that's why these guys play defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Showing off the arm. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
One thing this team has shown earlier this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, it's Bryant. Knocked down immediately. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air, it's Woodson. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bryant. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Navy quick to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. To the air, it's Woodson. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Good job just to get rid of that one.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end.
Oh, he's not punting, he's going to throw. And he makes the catch. Now can he get to this? It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Returners. Any shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. Got to take care of the football, big fella.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Got a man. It's Johnson. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Running inside. It's Tillman. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Going to field this one in tight quarters. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Navy offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
Navy quick to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Right side, it's Robinson. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Looking downfield, it's Woodson. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Navy! Gets it into the end zone. Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet, but also what you said is the most important thing. Keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he could do that.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a gap. It's Tillman. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Unloads it left. Pulls it in. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to and when he sticks his foot in the ground. You could tell when he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
Finds his man on the RPO. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Hey, you ain't punt. Remember when you punted on when you went for it on 4th and 7, and you fumbled? You went for it. No, nah, it wasn't. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you fumbled. I'm talking about the one when you fumbled, bro. This shit says first quarter every four. No, it's not, bro. We went through this last year. It's not. It's you have to punt. Either if you punt, you punt. If listen, you're still saying it. Either punt or not. But you didn't punt. Bro, man said it. Read the rules. This should say punt, and this shit is capitalized. Punt, not fake. Punt. You ain't punt.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And he will go and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covered in downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Navy just hit him with the pass. Let's see what they do here. Looking to throw, it's Woodson. Here comes the heat. Out wide left, it's Bryant. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun on 3rd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Spits it out to the back. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. At the 30. The 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, Owls. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Woodson. Unloads to the wideout. Had to force that one.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Looking to take a shot. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. This will be the last play of the quarter, and it's 1st and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with Georgia taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Midshipmen will get things going here on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Got him right there.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Sets his feet. It's Woodson. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Drops back on first down. Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Taken in by Smith on the right side. Turning it on. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Sells to fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The midshipmen looking for a chunk play on third and long. To the air, it's Woodson. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That's an interesting call going play action on third and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Back to pass on second down. Fires left. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Might as well give it to him again. Driven back.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Second down to the air. Throws to the wideout. And he avoids the sack.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Quick give. It's Irvin. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Opens up at the 23-yard line. To the air, it's Woodson. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
2nd and long here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to pick up yardage. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, midshipman. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hits inside. It's Irvin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Turns on the Jets. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Owls. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Bryant. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The Mids trying to convert on 3rd down as we start play here in the 4th. Dropping back, it's Woodson. Looking for a big play. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Left side is Johnson.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires to the right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Sells the run, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of it.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
He's going for the big play. Makes a deep grab. Oh, he's got some space. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Dumps it to the back. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Looking for a man, it's Woodson. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. He'll bring it out. It's Garcia. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Run ends there.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Johnson. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big, you've forced a 3rd down. One more big stop. Now I can get them to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Trying to establish the run. Turns it on at midfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Really nice job by the running.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He's changing the play. Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Woodson. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wants to throw one first. Unloads to the wide out. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Flush to the left. Throws to the wide out. Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.